Hello Warriors, Joe here, and we're here today with some Aviary attorney. Let's begin. Oh man. You kicked so much derriere at that impromptu trial yesterday. Those rebels were all like, "We're executing this punk. Mob justice, rah rah rah." But you were all like, "This isn't how we do things in Brad's chicken puckers." And then they were all like, "Sparrowson, let's get serious for a moment." Serious? You just pulled off the craziest lawyering move in the history of French law. We should be celebrating! We don't have time to pull out the champagne. Didn't you see the anger in the rebels' eyes? Didn't you feel the tension in the air? We're just days away from violence breaking out onto the streets. Oh yeah, I guess another revolution might be around the corner. But what exactly can we do? We already told the police everything we know. Unless... You're not thinking of arming yourself to the teeth and fighting the rebel forces yourself, are you? What? No! You watch far too many action operas. I was thinking of preparing a legal case. A case? For whom? At their core, all historical revolutions center on trials. A nation's rulers are tried and held accountable for their crimes. But you saw the horrendous trial that took place last night. Nobody cares about due process when emotions are running high. Regardless of the outcome of the revolution, we need to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for justice. That makes sense. So what's the plan? We have to Quenel's tavern and hand out some business cards? Think bigger. Who will the rebels target? The king? Exactly. To the Palais Royal. Act 4B, Egalite. Egalite? Falcon and Sparrowson rushed to the Palais Royal to arrange a private audience with the king. After filling a pile of forms, the two were led to a waiting area. Oh, it's you, Beck. You son of a bitch. You got everyone killed. Because you thought everyone wanted Peking duck. Goddamn. Are you here to see the king? That's right. Okay, take a number and wait to be called. Take a number? Yep, just wait your turn. More fools who have come to see the king. Let me guess, lawyers. That's right, how did you... Hey, I know you. You're the Prime Minister. Monsieur Guizot. Guizot? I don't know. Oh, wow, you're right, Sparrowson. It's an honor to meet you, Prime Minister. Spare the formalities. You two are here to offer the king legal aid, aren't you? Yep, we're going to offer him assistance of the upcoming rebellion. Let me give you two a word of advice. Don't bother. Excuse me? The king doesn't take kindly to any form of criticism. He buries his head so far in the sand that one could swear he is an ostrich. One would think that 7 assassination attempts would be enough for a man to learn that he is detested. With all due respect, Prime Minister, I think the King of France is mature enough not to let his ego get in the way of senses. So one would think. 24? That's us. It was a pleasure meeting you, monsieur. Good luck. You'll need it. Well, son of a bitch. 24! Calling number 24! Good day, your majesty. Good day, messieurs. Can I help you with something? Oh, I probably should have prepared a speech beforehand. That would have been smart, huh? Just wing it. Right. Let's see. How to start. Your Majesty, what I am about to say is of the utmost importance. Please listen closely. Okay, I'm listening. Murday is about to go down. There's a storm coming. Rebels are plotting your downfall, and many believe that a serious uprising is imminent. Imminent, you say? Goodness! We are sure that such a pitiful revolt will blow over in no time at all. Nonetheless, we would like to humbly offer our aid as lawyers. We may be of great use to the throne in this troublesome time. I think I understand. You do? I understand that you are a pair of con artists attempting to screw a self-made bourgeois out of his hard-earned cash. You've some nerve to even imply that my people hate me. I am the Citizen King. I am beloved by all. Beloved kings tend to experience fewer assassination attempts. That is true, Sparrowson. Beck, have these two crooks thrown in jail. Maybe that will teach them a thing or two about respect. Right away, your majesty. You can't be serious. Dumb motherfucker. He's gonna get killed. Oh, he was serious. Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten me into. There's no need for the attitude, Sparrison. We won't be in here for long. Once we receive a court hearing, the judges will no doubt dismiss our charges instantly. And how long will it take for us to get a court hearing? Tell me that, Monsieur Smarty Pants. A week or so, I'm guessing. I can see why that might be a problem. The revolution could be in full swing by then. What to do? We could try escaping. Don't be ridiculous. Nobody has ever escaped from the concierge before. But nobody has ever locked the genius Sparrison and his witty lackey Falcon into the same jail cell before. It's an absurd suggestion. Got any better ideas? Okay, let's break out prison. Yes! I'm sorry, but I'm gonna love this. Fantastic. Select an area to examine. Look, Falcon, a loose brick. We could wait for a guard to transfer us to someplace, sneak up behind him, and then we get a death sentence for murder. I think not. Let's search a little harder. There's a little dent here. One of us could hide. Hide? What would that accomplish? Well, a guard would eventually come in and be like, "Where's the other prisoner?" And then we'd use the momentary confusion to push him over and escape. Do you really think an experienced guard would be confused by a prisoner hiding in a little hole in the wall? We can do better. There's a bit of scrap metal in this hole. I think it broke off an iron shackle. We could dig through the stone walls with this. See? It's all scratchy. That may actually work, if we had a decorator or two. So that's a maybe on the stone digging scheme? Well, I'll keep it in mind in case the king decides to go all court of Monte Cristo on us. Oh. A ledge! Give me a leg up and I can grab on and shimmy my way over somewhere. Let's be honest, Sparrison. Neither of us has this physical prowess to shimmy anywhere. A fireplace. It's been bricked up, so escaping up the chimney isn't an option. There must be a way to escape. Maybe Mousy will come save us? I give up. So soon? Yes, trying to escape from a notoriously inescapable prison wasn't the smartest plan we've ever devised. Well, well, well. That voice. That condescending tone. Sevi! Just what are you two bird brains doing? Severin, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. The injuries I had sustained were mostly superficial. The doctor advised me not to do anything strenuous anytime soon, but he gave the all-clear for returning to my job. So tell me, why did I get a memo informing me that J.J. Falcon and Sparrowson were being held in the conciergerie for treason? It's all Falcon's fault, naturally. I figured that if a revolution is inevitable, then we should do our best to ensure that the uprising proceeds in an organized manner. The less bloodshed, the better. Okay, so what did you do? We have offered the king our assistance. We said we would defend him in court, if and when he is such a need arises. Well, we didn't quite use those words. This isn't the first time the king has had someone in prison for something so pointless. What a pig-headed fool. Considered your charges dropped. Alright, let's get out of here. Hold on, you've caught my interest with this idea of yours. A bloodless revolution. You are absolutely right in that if the king is captured, the citizens will devolve into an unruly mob of animals. We should prepare for a formal trial. No, we should preempt it. We? You're going to help us? Of course. This isn't a task that can be handled by two birds alone. What do you mean by preempt, Severin? We go on the offensive. We charge the king with crimes against the French people before the rebels can even act. We can do that. We can certainly try. I'll start building a case against the king. My argument will be focused on the king's gluttonous and irreverent fiscal policies, his lack of commitment to his socio-political promises, his overall ineptitude and irresponsibility on all facets of his duties as a monarchical ruler, blah. And obviously, his denial of universal suffrage. Obviously. How am I supposed to defend the king from all that? You can't. If you try to argue with logic and facts, this hypothetical trial will inevitably result in a landslide guilty verdict. So I suggest that you take a different approach. Appeal to the king's character. Try to win people's hearts with tales of the beloved Citizen King. He hasn't been called the Citizen King for like 10 years. It was just a suggestion. But consider this. You don't need to win the case. You just need to make a strong enough argument that the trial is fair. All that remains is ensuring that the king can be peacefully brought to the courthouse when the protests start to turn violent. That's a job of the police and the Royal Guard. I'll inform the Inspector Valerti of our plan so that he can prepare accordingly. At least I would if I could find him. Inspector Valerti is missing? Apparently. He's taken an informal leave of absence since Wednesday. Hold on, Falcon. One thing eludes me. As you probably figured, Inspector Valerti had me perform an investigation into your past. He thought you were the Viridian Killer, crazy as it sounds. And well, I'm sorry for doing that. It was quite invasive of me, but I can't help but wonder, why did you change your name around 1830? Because I was ashamed, I suppose. I had a family name to live up to. My grandfather was something of a successful lawyer. So when I turned up to my classes at law school, people would gawp at me. They would say, "Wow, you have big shoes to fill, and your grandfather would be proud." But I was a terrible law student, mediocre at best. I knew that deep down I would never be half the man my grandfather was. Fascinating. I had no idea. Who was your grandfather, if you don't mind me asking, Falcon? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was just another overly opinionated rebel who died in the old revolution. I see. Well, let's not dilly-dally any longer. We have duties to carry out. Right. We're going to find anecdotes and we're going to defend the king, whether he likes it or not. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be wonderful. Well, how about we, go see Renard and Mousy. Visitors, Monsieur Volps, visitors. Ah, if it isn't Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson, how may I help you two today? We're doing very well, Monsieur, but we don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase. We're collecting positive anecdotes about the king. Would you happen to have any? Positive anecdotes, How curious. As it happens, I have met the king twice. Once, as you know, I was in my Juan Corrido persona. Oh right, of course. I don't think that story will be any use to us. What was the other incident? I can tell you, but there is a price. Are you serious? You're such a money grabber. A fox has to eat, monsieur. Fine, fine. How much do you want? 40 francs sound good? 10,000. That's a bit much. I don't have that kind of money, monsieur. Ah, no matter. I'm sure you'll think of some way of repaying the debt. Between that and my medical bills, we'll be ready to afford basic things like food by the year 4000? Let's not worry about the debt for now, messieurs. Let me just tell you the story. It was several years ago, 1841, I believe. I was lingering around the Ile de la Cid. I doubt I said that correctly. I was in pursuit of an investigative lead, so I had adopted the persona and outfit of sickly beggar. That's when I was approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself. He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket. The king gave money to a sick beggar, or at least someone who looked like a sick beggar? That's great, we can use that. I'm not done, monsieur. The king took the coin out and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these to my name. Then he pocketed the coin and left. Oh, I'll make a note. Gave financial advice to the poor and needy. Oh, I hope that anecdote was of some use to you, monsieur. It might be. But I don't feel that we got 10,000 francs worth of material. I see. No matter. Just keep me in mind if you ever see a potential client. We will. Have a pleasant day, monsieur. Alright, well that was useless. Gave financial advice to the poor. Seriously, it's like, give him the 20 franc, you dick! Ugh. Ah, just the dodo I wanted to see. Madame Quenelle, a quick question. Have you ever served the King of France? Good one, hun. That's hilarious. Me serving the king. Me. Would you like some wine, your majesty? I can't wait to serve the king of Denmark. I think that was a no, and I think you might be right. To the drinking room. Inspector Valerti? Hello, Inspector? Falcon! Jay! Falcon! Yes? Oh, he's drunk. I think I made a mistake. I'll say, do I see 2 empty bottles of Russian vodka? It's a mystery how you're still standing. No, listen, this is important. Inspector, maybe we should have this conversation when you're a little more sober. No, Falcon, listen. Falcon, I thought you were the Warden Kira. The what? The Viridian Killer, the man who injured me in the DoJoe rebellion. I thought it was the Viridian Killer. I mean, you thought I was the Viridian Killer. How did you even come to that conclusion? I saw that you changed your name around 1830, and you made an assumption. Wait, is that why you gave Severin a tip-off? Were you trying to lure the animal out of me or something? I'm sorry, Falcon. It was a mistake. Do you forgive me? Sure, yes. Yeah, sure. I forgive you for assuming that I'm a mass murderer and then for nearly killing me and Severin in order to prove it. Oh, then thank you, Falcon. Now listen closely, Inspector. I have a favor to ask of you. A favor? For you, Shay. Anything. Maybe we should wait until the Inspector is a little more coherent. No! I want to help. I must pay my debt. Excellent. So Severin and I are planning a case, a very big case, against the King of France. We intend on trying him for the rebels, before the rebels can get their hands on him. When the rebellion starts, we would like you to bring the king to the courthouse. Do you think you could do that? Inspector? Treason! You are sympathizers to the rebel cause. This isn't a treason, Inspector. We're ensuring the safest outcome to an inevitable revolution. You're treason. You're treason. You're scum. I told you, incoherent. Yeah, I guess you're right, Sparrowson. Well, Inspector, maybe you should contact us if you change your mind, and once you've sobered up. Maybe the card room guys will have a story. Ah, the big fellow has returned, here to play some cards, monsieur. No, I'm afraid I don't have time for that, monsieur. I have some investigative work to take care of. Come on, surely you have time for one quick game. No, thank you. Maybe later. I understand. See you around, monsieur. Well, shit. Are you ready to hit the road? Yeah, let's go. Excuse me, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Falcon. Nice work on that catacombs business. Word has really spread about your impromptu lawyering skills. Really? I'm gaining a reputation. Hey, I helped too. Of course you did, Robinson? Sparrowson. Right, Sparrington. Judge Maxime, I don't suppose Monsieur Cocorico has filled you in on what we've been working on since then. No, he hasn't. How to put this? We're planning a trial of sorts. We intend on forming a case against, the king! Right, and, we want you to adjudicate. A trial against the king? Interesting. What are his exact charges? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. That seems more like Severin's territory. If you aren't even sure of that, then I don't think you're quite prepared for this trial. Maybe you should leave this to lawyers who have a little more experience. I see. Well, thank you anyway. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. What about our judge? It doesn't matter. Let's focus on building a solid defense case for the king, and we can wing it from there. Maybe we can even hold the trial without any judges at all, just as Cocorico, me, and the king in the middle. It's strange, Falcon. You're like your grandfather, and yet you're nothing like him. Wait, you knew my grandfather? Well, I wouldn't say knew. I was just a teenager when he was causing havoc in the courtrooms. But of course I am familiar with his work. Falcon, I find your career choice peculiar. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis XVI, and yet here you are, rigorously working to defend your own king. Just like him, you would make an excellent prosecutor. So why did you choose the rocky path of the private defender? I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's about balance. My grandfather led the way with his prosecutorial techniques, but I always wondered where the equality was. Who speaks for the other side? That's an interesting approach. Oh, just look at the time. I'm due back in the courtroom. But before I go, let me just say that I would be happy to adjudicate your trial, Falcon. Really? That's fantastic. Thank you, Your Honor. It's no trouble. Show me what the grandson of Maximilien Robespierre is capable of. I was kind of expecting Phoenix. Alright, to the cachet. Okay, here we go. Nathan never lets us down for useful information. I'm sure he's got something interesting and pleasant to say about the king. Oh, it's you, messieurs. Perhaps you will surprise me today and actually ask to take out a book. Nope, just the usual today, an endless stream of questions. You two need an encyclopedia. Well, go on then, ask whatever drivel you would want to ask. Have you ever met King Louis Philippe? I have. As a matter of fact, he occasionally drops by this library to check out books. Unlike some people. What sort of books does he check out, monsieur? Thick books. I believe the last one he checked out was an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire. I had no idea His Majesty was interested in academic history. I'll make a note. King Louis Philippe is a well-read and intelligent man. It must be said that the books are usually returned with footprints on the covers. This leads me to believe that the king may just use them to stand on during speeches. Oh. We'll just leave that part out. Oh, jeez. Was there anything else? From your well-educated standpoint, is King Louis Philippe a good leader as far as leaders go? Well, I can't fault the king's pro-business spirit. The big industry leaders love him. Oh, this sounds promising. Of course, this comes at the expense of everyone who isn't a bourgeois. The wealth divide is stronger than ever. Maybe not. You can forget about socially progressive policies. The king signs off on all of Guizot's backward-thinking policies. And of course, in terms of leadership and charisma, the king is about as personable as a rotten pear. That'll do, monsieur. A simple no would have sufficed. That'll be all. Thank you for your time and patience, monsieur. I look forward to your next round of idiotic questions. I really do. Aw, I think we're growing on Nathan. He's gonna be a bud. Pt.12. Next. Monsieur Kingsley, we need your help. Finally, it's about time someone around here appreciated my skills. Your fishing skills, right? The term is angling, wise guy. This has nothing to do with fishing. Let me cut the preamble. We're looking for people who have positive stories about the king. Would you happen to have any? Stories, huh? You came to the right guy. I have a whale of a story for you. So the other day I was fishing and I caught this monster of a catfish. It was 2 meters long easily. Here we go. I caught a fish and it was this big. Oh sure, I drag a 90-kilogram falcon out of the water and everyone buys it, but I claim to catch one big fish and suddenly everyone's a skeptic. Please continue your story, Monsieur Kingsley. Alright, so anyway, the king of all people happens to be walking by with his entourage, and they all clapped and cheered and came over to see the fish. And then the king says, I'm hungry, let's cook this fellow up. And then he just walks off with my fish. Can you believe that? Unfortunately, I can believe that. It seems like something a royal penguin would do. Did you at least get paid for your fish? Oh yes, one of the royal guards was nice enough to flip 1 franc my way. 1 franc! He may as well have just flipped the bird. No offense. Aha! So the king supports local fishing industry. I'm writing this down. Oh god, I have no idea if this story will be of any use to us, but we appreciate your time, monsieur. Good day to you. Goodbye, monsieur fisherman. Hey, don't call me a fisherman. But you're a fisherman. You're a man who fishes fish. To the halls. Let's get more dirt. Oh god. I don't want to defend this douchebag, but I have to. Fuck. Time for some shopping, Falcon? Maybe later. For now, we need to find people who've spoken to the king. He's been known to pass through the halls on occasion, so if we're lucky... Oh, hey, it's you two. Hey, messieurs. It's us, remember? We remember. Are you keeping well, madame? Absolutely. Never been better. So what can I sell you today? Information. We're looking for positive stories about the king. I don't suppose that you have any. The king? No, I haven't got nothing to say about the king. The king's smelly egg thief. Quiet, child. You know what they say about the king having spies everywhere. Spies? Calm down, Sparrowson. The rumors of the king having an elaborate spy network are patently untrue. Then how do you explain the shutdown of banquets, huh? The government's clamping down on anyone who dissents, you know? Let's get this conversation back on track. Joey, can you tell us why the king's a smelly egg thief? My name's not Joey. It's nothing you need to concern yourselves with, messieurs. Please go on, madame. Don't worry, we aren't spies. At least, I don't think we are. I know, I trust you guys. See, a couple of years ago, we were running a shop, an antiques and odds and end shop, and we had an egg. It was this golden egg, super precious. We must have bought that thing for 200 francs, but it was easily worth 10 times that. We were planning on making a nice tidy sum from it. I see, an investment egg. So what happened? Well, one day we were visited by the king, no less. And old King Lufil shows an interest in our egg. So we were thinking that this might be our chance to make bank, right? But then the geezer just goes and waddles off with it, without paying you. Oh yeah, he paid us all right. What's this? The coin of one of the king's guards flipped our way. It isn't even French. I think this is British, one of those crazy imperial unit coins from a crazy imperial country. I have no idea what the British-French exchange rate is, but can we buy this off you, madame? Put your wallet away and keep it, it's worthless to me. Sultan's coin has been added to your evidence folder. Losing that egg bankrupted us, it put us out on the streets. But now we've bounced back. Sultan and Gambad, better than ever. That's excellent to hear. Anyway, we must take our leave. You've been a huge help, madame. We're going to kick that king's butt and get your egg back. Hold on, we're supposed to be on the defense. Well, the king's kind of a dick. So, you know... Sign on the door... Okay. What's the plan for today? Hitting the Louvre? Checking out La Halls, maybe? I want to check our evidence real quick. Nathan claims that the king is an avid raider and lover of history. Sultana was given a single British coin as payment for a priceless golden egg. Toussaint claims that the king supports local fishing industries. Renard claims the king has given financial advice to the poor and needy. What's the plan for today? Okay. Actually, I was thinking... Severin? How rude. Don't they teach you how to knock? No time for bickering, JJ. It's time. Time? Time for what? The trial, you dunce. Already? A large protest has started to form at the Place de la Concorde. No doubt it will turn into an unruly mob before long. The spirit of revolution is in the air. We must act now. It's going to start the necessary preparations for the courthouse, so I need you to get the king from the Palais Royal. You want me to drag the king to the courthouse? I'm not even sure that I could drag him from his chair. Use diplomacy, you dolt. I'm sure you'll think of something. Right, come along, Sparrowson. We have a king to defend. To the Palais Royal. Falcon and Sparrowson rush across the city. Scores of angry eyes watch the pair's every movement. Kokoriko was right. The spirit of revolution is in the air. Outside the Palais Royal, a crowd has started to form. The royal guards watch in nervous anticipation. 3,600 and... Save it. We're number one. You again? Shouldn't you be in jail? There's no time for that nonsense. Your Majesty, we need you to come with us. Why? There's a sale on... I hear that there's a sale on fish at La Halls. Trying to tempt a king with sales? That's a bold tactic. Thank you, monsieur. But I've had all the fish I could eat this week. Some nice kingfisher generously gifted me an enormous catfish. Needless to say, I'm stuffed. I suppose we'll try something else. There's a group of angry, bloodthirsty rebels outside who wish to tear you limb from limb. Come with me and I might be able to get you to safety. Very funny, monsieur, but I know that there's no possible way that my own citizens could hate me. Perhaps you messieurs would like another visit to the conciergerie? That won't be necessary, beloved citizen king. I think we need to try it. There's a trial you need to attend. There's a trial? Well, why didn't you say so? I love trials! Oh, am I needed to give a testimony? Please say it so. As a matter of fact, your majesty, yes, I think you will need to give a testimony. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Alright guys, this is where I'm gonna end it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also make sure to check out our Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing evening, and as always, remember to game on. I'll see you all tomorrow.